why? I can't even start this video making some kind of statement except apologize for my stupidity yesterday. Guys, I apologize for making the misconception that there is going to be some kind of merchant store in Blitz for this armored cavalry event. Let me reiterate. Okay? You cannot get these tokens, or whatever the frick they're called, these antique coins. You cannot get them for gold. You cannot buy gold bundles or bundles for gold. No, sorry, let me rephrase it. You can't buy gold bundles or gold offers in a merchant store. It doesn't exist. There was a misconception on the Blitz server where people thought that this event is going to have some kind of merchant store and you're going to purchase a bunch of these offers to get these antique coins. No. On the contrary, do you know what Wargaming has done? I'm going to show you what they did, okay? If you want to get these antique coins, do you know what you need to purchase? Gold. You need to purchase actual bundles of gold with money to get tokens. Now, remind me, how many tokens do I need to get to this here, the mystery, the cavalry mystery certificate? You need 1,616 antique coins. How much is that going to cost you in dollars? Well, let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen. You guys ready for this? Oh boy, this is great marketing from Wargaming here. They were so ambiguous with their, with their communication or with their wording that it almost sounded like there was going to be some kind of merchant store where you can purchase gold bundles, right? Or bundles with gold. You can purchase that. And that's what it made it sound like. And that's what I thought. And then, I believe it was Guides Bliss or whatever pointed out to me and be like, no, actually, what's actually happening is Wargaming are making us pay with money to buy gold bundles, and coupled with those gold bundles are going to be these antique coins. Let's say you want to purchase $140 worth of gold. That gives you 75,000 gold. Okay. You get 661 tokens. Now, do the math on this, okay? You need 1,616 in order to almost fully complete the cavalry event for those antique coins. Almost. That's the key word, because you can't get the extra, the bloody crates. Okay? Listen to what they've did. This is how much you're going to have to spend. 140 Australian dollars, by the way. Times that by 2. Okay, how many is that going to give you? It's going to give you 1,200. 1,200 of those antique coins, or just over 1,200 antique coins. Then, you need to purchase this for $110. So, you do the math. 140 times that by 2, that's $280. Then, plus that by 110, that's $350 Australian, in order for you to get enough of these antique coins to basically get towards that certificate. That is absolutely insane. And to think about it, most people want to purchase or want to be able to have this one right here, the Silver Vanguard Camouflage for the Super Conqueror. The problem is, you can't actually see, or you can't have a preview of what it looks like on the tank, which is ridiculous. All you need to know is it looks great. It looks great. It looks amazing. But you have to spend, 246 antique coins. If you want just this, okay, you're going to need to spend this amount. You're going to have to spend $70 on gold. That gives you 35,000 gold and 330 antique coins. That gives you the opportunity to get those rewards before it and the reactions and whatever, plus you get the legendary camouflage, if that's what you want. You're going to have to spend $70 Australian. Okay, you can work it out in your own currencies. $70 Australian. This is ridiculous. God, Wargaming, what are you doing, man? $70 for a freaking camouflage? That's ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous. That is not very economical of you, to put it in layman's terms. That is not a very, intelligent, well, I'm not going to say intelligent, that's the wrong term. That's not exactly actually, yeah, intelligent is the correct term to say there. This is not exactly a very intelligent marketing tool, okay? You're basically implementing that in order for you to have this camo, you need to spend $70 Australian. And you need to buy gold. It boggles my mind. Like, I don't understand why Wargaming would think that's a good idea, or why it would be implemented in as such. This is not a good idea. Wargaming, you should have reworded the way you put it out there in the announcements to say you must purchase bundles of gold with money in order to get the rewards, the top rewards, the paid rewards. Because we all thought that there's going to be a merchant store, you're going to purchase it with gold and whatnot. But no, instead, you have to spend actual money. Now, I get it. People are going to argue, but that's how they make money, blah, 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 blah. Fair enough, I get it. And people will still buy. This is not going to say, people are not going to buy. People will buy. But my point is, you've put a very nice camouflage behind a paywall. In fact, the bloody camo costs more than the bloody tank itself. In fact, the Super Conqueror is actually in the store. I think someone was saying that the Super Conqueror, there was a pop-up offer for the Super Conqueror or something like that. Let me have a look. I want to see if this is actually true. There it is. So hold on. So let's recalibrate ourselves here, okay? Just for a second. Let's just recalibrate ourselves here. Do you want to spend $70 on a camouflage for a tank that you may not have? Or would you rather spend $47 on the Super Conqueror itself and you get yourself the Rex camouflage, which looks amazing, by the way. Let's have a look at it right there. Okay? And you get yourself 5 awesome containers, and you get yourself 5 grand surprise containers, which, by the way, guarantee you gold if you don't get the tank, okay? And you get this very interesting steer clear animated avatar and 9 equipment slots for $47. For basically, okay, for $30 less, you can get yourself all of these rewards. Or, alternatively, you can spend $70, get yourself 35,000 gold, and then you'll be able to get yourself this avatar, this camo right here for your Super Conqueror. Oh, yes, I'm going to get myself the avatar for the Super Conqueror. Oh, yes, the Super Conqueror is quite an amazing heavy tank, I should say so myself. As the Anoraks would say, yes, I will spend $70 to get myself my Vanguard. What is it? Yes, my Silver Vanguard camouflage for my Super Conqueror. Oh, yes. Why? It doesn't make any sense. It's like they're poking us with a stick. It's like they're literally poking us with a stick. Hey, look, here. This is an offer that we're going to give you with all these crates, okay? A very juicy offer, okay? Here you go. Here's a Super Conqueror. Or you can spend $70 and get yourself this amazing Silver Vanguard camouflage that you could never ever get again. This is your only chance to get it. But the catch is you don't get the Super Conqueror. That's the catch. There's no Super Conqueror for you, only a camouflage. Why would you even consider getting this over getting the tank and all of the bundles? Yes, it's still a bit expensive, but let me tell you, for $47, you're getting all of these. And by the way, these are going to guarantee you gold if you don't get the tank. Imagine you open all 5 of those containers, and they give you all tanks. So you get the Super Conqueror and the Camouflage, okay? You may potentially get gold from this, or another crates from this, or other things. Like, it's technically gambling, but these are 2 of the best crates that have the best possibilities. It's insane. It's literally a no-brainer. As an economist, I am telling you, if you really want the Super Conqueror, just purchase this bloody bundle and sack the freaking Vanguard Camouflage. You got yourself the Rex Camouflage. It looks good enough. Yes, the Vanguard one is cool, but unless you're a freaking whale spending money on Blitz as much as you want, do not fall for this corporate capitalism. Get yourself the Super Conqueror for $47 and a bunch of other things. Because this pay-to-progress event is shit. I'm so sorry for saying it's worth it. Okay, I don't want you guys thinking that I'm hassling on Wargaming and telling them they're a freaking horrible company. I love Wargaming, okay? I really do. I love Wargaming. Why else would I have applied for a CC to become a CC, right? Because I love Wargaming. I love them. As a company, they're great. They made one of the best games on mobile devices, okay? It's a very fun game. The community is great. Everything about them is great. The staff are great to speak to. But I have so many grudges with certain decisions that they make. I feel like it's necessary to talk about it. You have to point these things out. You can't just accept and forget. You can't do that. You need to point it out. This is the feedback from the freaking community. I'm telling you, as a community contributor, don't be fooled. For God's sake. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from now. I'm going to stop rambling right now because you're probably bored out of your wits. But yes, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below what you think. And, you know, what else is there to talk about in this aspect? Or if you've got any other ideas that you'd like to, you'd like me to talk about. But I definitely needed to speak about this issue because I made the mistake yesterday of saying it, and that was on me. So, love you all. Look after yourselves. Look after your friends and family. Peace in the Middle East. And as always, I'll catch you on the battlefield. All right? Peace out.